By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hidden, so hidden by his parents, because he was a beautiful child, and they were not afraid of the king's command. Now, it's important to note here as well, we have a government that is decreeing the destruction of infants. This is very much related to abortion today, where we have a government and a people that are calling for the destruction of children, the destruction of infants who are in the womb of their mothers. And even actually, I had actually already prepared this sermon before the election, but there was in fact a referendum in Montana where children who were born after a failed abortion were denied the right to life. Where more than half of the citizens who voted in the state of Montana voted to deny children who were born and alive the right to life if there was a failed abortion. And this is exactly where our country is going. We are going the exact way of the Romans, who taught that exposing your children was okay. We are going the way of the king of Egypt, who demanded the slaughter of all of the Israelites because he was scared of them. Now, with regard to the abortions in this country, it's important to keep in mind that there's even a further similarity between the abortions in our country and the decree of the king of Egypt in the days of Moses. In the days of Moses, the king issued that decree because he was concerned about the Israelites. They were considered to be inferior as a people, and they were also they were not fully Egyptian in this way, and they were also growing so fast that they said, you know, this people that has to be subjected to us as slaves, they have to be limited in terms of their population in order for us to remain in control of them. The original impetus for abortion in this country was eugenics. And this is something that is often forgotten with regard to the history of this with our country. The original reason why abortion was put forward in our country was because there were certain races or ethnicities that were considered inferior. And in order to keep those populations down, abortion was put forward as a way in which they could be controlled. And so abortion has always been advertised and sold predominantly to minority groups within this country. And if you look in this country, it's incredibly sad to see that it's actually in the black community, there are actually more pregnancies that end in abortion than that end in actual giving birth to the child. And somehow this message with regard to abortion has been so effective that often in the black community it is celebrated as a right that they have, that women have in the black community, that they are able to get these abortions. But the whole reason for that initially was in order to kill more black people. And it's the same thing that's happening in the days of Moses. The Israelites were considered inferior, and therefore their children had to be killed in order to keep them under control.